Hey Terrarians, how's it going? My name is Pixelated Fireball, and welcome back to the Spirit Mod. So, in the last episode, we mopped the floor with the next mod boss, the Dusking. Took him out very, very quickly, and got some interesting things from him. And then after that, we defeated the last of the mech bosses, and we are now ready to move on to the jungle. But before I go and do any of that, I have a whole heaping pile of things to discuss. We got a whole bunch of new weapons, a new armor set to talk about, and yeah, there is lots of stuff to discuss. Unfortunately, I do not have an adventure quest to turn in, because if you remember from the last episode, we completed the last of the ones that are available for the adventure right now. Which is a shame, because I don't think we'll be speaking to him very much anymore, if at all, because he doesn't have anything else left to offer me. No tasks to go run out and do, go kill 5 of these things and bring me back their face, or whatever it is that he wants from me. We got the Quiver Shroom for him, I guess he's done with us now. Which is, like I said, a big shame, because I enjoyed giving this air feller a little bit of a southern drawl. But I was thinking about it, I'm not sure exactly. Maybe this guy was supposed to have maybe an Irish or a Scottish accent, I'm not sure. I mean, I could have done that just as well. I mean, instead of the old lovely house you got here, I could have been a little bit like, lovely house you've got here, it's much better lodging than when those savages from the Briar hung me over a spit. Have I offended the Irish community yet? I imagine I've probably gone around and done quite a bit of that just on the accents alone. Unless you people enjoy them. I know I enjoy making them, but, you know, whatever. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that again. Okay, anyway, we're moving on along. And like I said, we have a lot of stuff to look at here. So, we got some new weapons. But I will talk about the armor set first. So the Malevolent set is the set that was made out of those essences that I went down to farm, these fiery essences. I went around and got one of each to make the essence distorter, and I got myself the Malevolent set. It's the range set. It does give me a good bit of armor. It's actually more than the titanium set would give me, but the set bonus is, I guess, significantly different in the sense that it focuses mostly on offense instead of defense, like with the Shadow Dodge, or whatever titanium calls it. So the set bonus for this is ranged attacks occasionally trigger explosions around the player, raining down fireballs. And when it says that, it's no joke. There it goes. There we are. Okay, so it's not happening very much right now, but look at that. There we go, it's picking up now. I pretty much just explode in fireballs. It's fantastic. I have become the fireball. I have achieved my final form. I am the fireball now, but okay, there we go. That's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. Actually, I imagine fighting Plantera being down in those cramped jungle places down there, those fireballs, being that I think they penetrate. I'm not sure exactly, but still, there's going to be a lot of projectiles flying at her face, and the golem as well, so I imagine we'll mow right through her with that, so I think I might hold on to this. So now on to items and accessories. I got some new weapons while I was down there in the underworld doing some farming. I got this summon weapon called the Eternal Ashes, which is made out of, I guess there's 2 recipes for it, but both of them require a fire feather from the red devils down there. This recipe requires flesh clumps, putrid pieces, and pixie dust, but this recipe only requires pixie dust, so I just made this one. I don't know if there's a difference. It doesn't look like it. But this thing essentially acts as a sentry. You just summon a little phoenix up there, and he flies around. Well, I guess he doesn't fly around. He just kind of floats in one spot. I guess that's kind of physics-defying, but whatever. It's a phoenix, so won't question that realism there. But he shoots fireballs at things, which is pretty fantastic. And then another thing that I got was a Doom reference. Combat shotgun. There you go. Pretty inaccurate, but it does do a good bit of damage for I guess this is an early hard mode weapon. The main thing is that it rapid fire shoots grenades, which is just the best ever. Really, really good for crowd control, so it's a shame I didn't get this right away, but I thought I'd share that with you. So for the next thing on the list, we got some pets. You see this little fellow right here, we got a Shadow Pup, which I believe is a Starbound reference, because he looks very familiar, and I think that's what that little fellow there is from. And then we got this other pet called Thrall's Gate, leads to a dragon's lair. I'm not exactly sure what this would be a reference to. Little Leonard, I don't know. But there you go. There's a little icy fella. I'm gonna keep the Shadow Caller. And now on to the weapons. So the first one I will talk about is the weapons I got from the essences. So that would be the Hellraiser, which is essentially a somewhat rapid-fire sniper rifle, which converts regular bullets into high-velocity fiery bullets. And the Malevolence, which shoots 2 arrows at once and transforms wooden arrows into ghastly arrows. We'll talk about that quickly. So, the Hellraiser, this thing is, like, infinitely penetrating, and like it said, shoots out fireballs whenever you shoot things. It kind of does it on its own, I guess. But yeah, this thing penetrates, shoots fireballs everywhere, and is pretty fantastic. Good bit of damage. Next up, we have the Malevolence. Like I said, shoots 2 arrows. This thing is extremely rapid fire. And I mean, this thing also releases fire. I mean, that's sort of the main theme with all of the stuff that I have right now, is that they shoot some kind of fire. But this thing, with the magic quiver on and an archery potion, which I don't have, especially with the Unreal affix, this thing is practically a machine gun. It deals an enormous amount of damage just with wooden arrows alone. I love it. Then moving on to the next thing on the list, which I believe is the last thing, we have the Shadow Moor, which is an item that drops from Dusking. I actually got it on the second attempt around killing him. I put that Blazing Flare Frenzy buff on it, just because, I mean, this thing, I don't know if you can really see it, but it shoots out like 4 or 5, I think, somewhere along those lines, arrows at the same time. So since it hits so many times, I pretty much constantly have that buff on me. I guess it's not going to show up whenever I'm shooting a target dummy, but normally I have it on me 24/7, so this thing is always rapid fire. And another thing to note, if you see those little things right there, those little purple squares, there's a little bit of an added effect to this. So wherever you have your cursor, whenever those little squares pop up, that's where the arrows split. You can bring it up right here to make it split right away, or have them farther away so they just shoot out a little bit more of a distance, and then they split. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, with all this equipment and all these items and armor sets and everything that are available to me right now, it is no longer a question of whether or not I will kill Plantera. It is with what weapon I will murder Plantera with, and the Golem, and probably the rest of all these bosses on the list until I get to the towers. So yeah, we got the classic Onyx Blaster and the Mega Shark. We've got 2 new bows and a big sniper rifle. God, I am loaded. I am just filled to the brim with firepower. Doom Guy would be proud. So let's put all the unused stuff back in our inventory, and as I said, the next thing on the list is going to be going over to the jungle to go mining for some chlorophyte. See if there's anything new over there. We'll take a couple mining potions with me, some spelunker potions, and then we will head on over and see what is waiting in the jungle. So I'll see you then. Alright, and here we are, the jungle. The scenic, beautiful, peaceful jungle that I imagine is not going to be any kind of a problem at all. Thank God I have that little house up there, so whenever I do eventually die, I can just come right on back. So let's drink up our potions and see what we got in here. Where are you, chlorophyte? That's probably what I'm going to be doing for the entire time that I'm in here, unless something really wild and crazy happens. I know I got to locate a Plantera bulb. I gotta go looking around for that. I still gotta build an arena as well. I never got around to doing that, like a dummy. Which is weird, because normally that's like one of the first things I do in pre-hard mode, is set up some kind of a Queen Bee / Plantera arena. But most of that is probably going to end up being off camera, just because it's gonna take me a little while, and I don't imagine it'll be all that interesting. But anyway, yep, I am just going to move on along through the underground, collect some life fruits, and get some chlorophyte, and probably locate some Plantera bulbs. So if anything happens, I will leave that in the video, but if not, I will see you then. Alright, I think I've decided that it's time to come back. Yeah, decided. That's what I did. But anyway, yeah, I got a good handful of, well, pretty much just about everything, but I got 923 pieces of chlorophyte ore. Should be more than enough to give me whatever I want. I'm not exactly sure if there's anything new with it, or if it's just the same old standard chlorophyte stuff. If that's the case, I'm probably just going to end up sticking with the armor that I have now and saving my chlorophyte for Shroomite at some point. Let's make some bars and see what I can do with all these things. Okay, so there's the standard chlorophyte stuff, all the weapons and tools and everything. There is Shroomite. There's the heavy pulse rifle again, Hellfire shotgun. Still can't make either one of those, be able to make this one soon. Chlorophyte staff, shell hammer. Okay, so it looks like the same old stuff, at least until I'm done with Plantera and get the Golem down. Okay, well, I guess we'll just make it all anyway. I don't remember exactly when the truffle is supposed to show up. I'm not sure if it's after I've defeated Plantera or not, but I do have that surface mushroom biome I made over here. I guess all I'd have to do is build a house for it. Get him to show up as quickly as I can so I can move on. Well, now that that little bit of exploration is done and over with, I guess it's now time to grab some potions and face off against Plantera. But, just ignore that X there. It's a screen glitch. It's screen glitch, that's what it was. But, the only bulb that I could find is all the way over here. Very, very, very far away. You can see a little path I kind of just plowed through down there. But the bulb that I found is all the way over here, and I cannot seem to find another one. Oh. You know, I went through all the trouble of definitely not vein mining this area out for an arena, so you know what? I don't care if there's one over there. I'm gonna fight the one that is where I was just looking at. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some potions, going to take my arsenal of weapons, and then we're going to head over there, and we are going to mop the floor with Plantera. Absolutely wipe her out. Do some serious jungle weed eating. So I'll see you then. Alright, here we are, ready to face off against Plantera. We've got some chlorophyte ammunition to take her down with. So before too many enemies show up and threaten the entirety of my battle area here, it already looks like there's too many, but whatever. It's time to face off against Plantera, so we're just gonna go in guns blazing. Hopefully we don't take too much damage from them, and hopefully she does not come from an inconvenient direction. That's actually perfect, Plantera, thank you. Alright, let's take her down. Bring it on. We're gonna use the gun for this phase, and then we'll switch to the bow for a second one. Try that sweet penetration power. All right, she's about to turn. I know she's about to turn. God, I'm about to turn. I'm about to turn into Plantera meat. Oh God. Okay, let's switch it up to this thing here. Let's go, Malevolence. Go. Oh God. I'm getting a little too close for comfort here. I'm probably gonna die. I don't have any heals, and we're dead. Oh, that is inconvenient and highly unfortunate, and I'm going to entirely blame, I don't know, something that's not myself. It wasn't me, I blame the jungle in general. Okay, guess we're gonna fight the other one. Oh, that's just even better. Thanks so much for that. Alright, here we go, she's just about down. Come on, Plantera. Fall down and die already, come on. And 3, 2, 1... Goodbye, Plantera. Alrighty. Looks like we got another new thing down there. Screams are echoing from the dungeons, which is standard, and the caverns have been flooded with lava. Okay. Well, I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm assuming lava is something different now, or special, or whatever. I don't know. Okay. We got some more black glyphs from her. Let's see what else we've got. I'm gonna get on up out of here real quick. Hello, nurse. How are you? Okay, let's see what's in that treasure bag. So we got a dev set, we got the unpleasant flower pow, we got her spore sack, and we've got the temple key. I'm not exactly sure if anything that she drops is actually useful to me. Let me take a look and see. No, it doesn't look like it. Neither the Venus Magnum or the grenade launcher is a material for anything, so I guess once is all the amount of times I'm gonna have to defeat her, which is great, because I really don't feel like going and looking for another bulb right now. Let's throw off all this excess stuff in here, and I guess the next thing we gotta do is wait for the truffle, and then head over to the dungeon and collect some things from over there. I know that there's a few things that ectoplasm is good for. I do think in order to get the truffle to show up, we gotta build a little house over there in that mushroom biome, because I think that this is a little bit too underground for it to count as a surface biome. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a little house over here in this lovely little, very overgrown mushroom place, and then see if we can get them to show up. Suppose in the meantime we can check out our NPCs and see if they have anything special for me. Oh, there's the truffle. Chantrell. Okay, let's talk to the cyborg. What do we got here? Freeman's goggles. Okay, this is definitely a Half-Life reference. Do I look like Gordon Freeman now? It looks like I do. What is it? How does that quote go? The G-Man said, the wrong man in the right place can make all the difference. Isn't that a G-Man quote? There we go. I'm definitely the wrong man in the right place. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I do like the first set a little bit better, but that's cool. All right, let's see. Adventure, do you have anything new for me? Nope. How about you, Bandit? Anything special? No, doesn't look like it. All right, what about the Enchanter? Surely my boy the Enchanter's gotta have something special for me. No, it looks like this is the same old as well. Maybe I've gotten all the glyphs that I'm gonna get. That's unfortunate. Nobody has anything new for me? Plantera wasn't all that big of a deal? Whatever, alright, fine. Let's go chat with our truffle buddy over here, our magic mushroom. Hello, Chantrell, how's it going? You get your little box over here because you gotta be difficult and be in this place. Okay, let's get our auto hammer. Nothing new other than that? Okay. Well, then I guess it's time to see if I actually have enough mushrooms to make a Shroomite set. I'm hoping. Definitely would make the golem and the dungeon a lot easier. Let's put it in there for the dive at. Alright, so Shroomite, I've got 2,161 mushrooms. That should be, plenty. How many do I need for a full set? I'm going to be making probably... I might as well make the arrow one and the bullet one. I'm not going to be using rockets all that much, even though I think that's the cooler of the three. How much is this going to cost me? It looks like 84 of them total if I do make the digging claws as well, which I think I will do just because I think they're probably one of the coolest picks that you can get right now. And maybe a little bit more if I decide to get the Shroomite arrows. Flies straight and deals 2 ticks of damage to hit enemies. Flies straight. I guess that means it just shoots off in one straight direction. It deals 2 ticks of damage to hit enemies. That's pretty interesting. Kind of expensive, though. 1 Shroomite bar is 15 mushrooms and a chlorophyte bar. So I need to make quite a bit of these things if I wanted to get anywhere with them. Whatever. Okay, well, how many do I have right now? I made myself 96 of them. That's enough to make the set. So let's make the headgear, and the mask, and the breastplate, and leggings. And we'll craft ourselves that digging claw. Alright, I imagine with an enchantment that thing will probably be extremely fast, so we're definitely gonna throw that on it. Huh, the glyph took it from -1 range to +1 range, so yeah, now with that glyph on it, it is probably the best that I could get my hands on right now. At least until the solar ones. I'm not sure exactly how good the pick saw is, but I know I'm gonna need that. Alright, let's throw this set on. We'll use the bullet one for right now, keep the headgear one on in the vanity slot. And I am invisible. Spooky invisible. Stealthy, very stealthy. Alright, well now that that's done, I guess it's time to head over to the dungeon and see what all we can find in there. I imagine lots and lots of new terrifying enemies ready to eat my face and murder me and blow me up and do all kinds of terrible things to me. But I am prepared. I've got my magic fiery bows and machine guns and my magic mushroom armor. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's go on and see what's waiting for me over there. I'll see you then. Oh, good, a blood moon. First a solar eclipse and now a blood moon. That's just delightful. Oh god, there is already something new assaulting me. A fell demon. What do we got here? Ghoul fire. Okay, well, I didn't really get a good look at that guy, but I do recognize Fell from World of Warcraft. It seems like there are some WoW players in the Spirit Mods development team. I thoroughly approve. Ow, god, what is that thing? Walking Nightmare. Okay, that is definitely something from World of Warcraft. It looks exactly like those, I don't exactly remember what the name of the mob was, but, this is from the Emerald Nightmare raid in that game, for anybody that might be familiar with it. Oh god, yeah, and they're just as annoying as the ones in there were. Okay, what is that? Wither tablet. It's a material. Okay, so I'm already getting a whole bunch of stuff. The main thing that I'm getting is beaten up. That's something that I knew I was gonna get just walking in here. Okay, I can't even get past the front door. Oh god, I'm in trouble. Okay, tactical retreat. There is nowhere to heal. There is a paladin, so fire to the right, paladin to the left. Which way do I go? Never mind, it decided it for me. Thanks, Waking Nightmare. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you are definitely a model from World of Warcraft. That is very cool. Like I said, it appears that there are definitely some WoW players in the development team, which, like I said, wholeheartedly support. You know, as long as you're playing the Horde. You play in the Alliance, I don't know, might have some problems. God, and there is a blood moon going on outside. This is just gonna be an adventure. Okay, we're just gonna keep running, and we are going to try to find somewhere to farm things at. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. There's some new ore down there I can see. That red glowy stuff. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but my god, there are enemies everywhere. Absolutely every single direction that I could possibly go. Oh god, and they all shoot through walls. Where do I go? What do I do? Oh, this is even more inhospitable. I thought the dungeon was already bad enough. Now there's death everywhere. No. Nope, no. It's gonna be one of those kind of dungeons, huh? Oh boy. Well, maybe I can at least get a look at some of this new ore. What's it called? Thermite. Okay, well, let's add you to the whitelist. See what all I can do with you. It'd be really nice if the blood moon would go away, but I guess I have to wait patiently for that to happen. Digging claws, by the way, just as quick as I thought they would be. Okay, this looks like a reasonably safe place. Let's take a look and see what all these new materials I got can do. So there's thermite. It has a extremely molten exterior. Excuse me. Does everything in this game have to be able to go through walls? Anyway, thermite ore. Let's see what I can do with this. I make thermal bars, and this is used to make a melee set, it looks like. I can also make what looks like a flail called a core crusher. Can make a thermal blaster, flamering staff, core controller, a molten tank to fight for me. Interesting. And an eternal sword, which is made out of Vorpal sword, Flamberg sword, thermal bars, and spirit bars. So I guess I can make some of these things. I can grab the ranged weapon and the core controller, summoning weapon, see what I can do with that stuff. Let's just move on through down here. Ah, god, there's a fell demon. God, and a waking nightmare. I didn't even look and see what those things could do. I suppose I better go back and check that out. Ow, god, if I even get to. Everything teleports. Everything shoots through walls. Everything deals a quarter of my health every time it hits me. Oh, it's great. It's great. God, I'm on fire. I am slowed. Okay, we're gonna retreat again. Just let me retreat. Tactical retreat. Okay, let's look at that other stuff. Well, I slowly burned to death. What was that? Okay. Anyway, what else do we have here? We've got wither tablets, which are used to make a wither set. It just looks like a general damage and movement speed increasing set. I can make 5 wither tablets out of flesh clumps and ectoplasm. I'm assuming I could probably do the same thing with putrid pieces. I hope so anyway. Oh, come on, man. This is just one after the other. Solar eclipse in the morning, and then a blood moon at night. Now a goblin army is coming. Okay, I can make a wither maw, blood boil, a magic weapon, witherbark staff, and light's end, as well as sinister blades, which is a melee weapon. Okay, well, we might make this and check it out. I'm imagining I'm probably going to be getting a lot of that stuff down here, in between me getting murdered. What about the ghoul fire? That is used to also make a... It looks like a more defensive, general damaging set. Pretty cool. You can make marrow rend out of it. Occasionally shoots out spurts of cursed flames, plague skulls, skullfire staff, Reaper's Harvest, and Apocalypse, which is a ranged weapon. So it looks like there are 2 sort of, I guess, neutral sets that I can make out of the Wither Tablets and Ghoulfire. So I have even more things to go looking for. I have got to find somewhere relatively safe inside this place, though it doesn't look like that's going to be possible this time. Oh boy, well, let's just see how this goes. I think you got me. Okay, well that was just a big heaping pile of fun and excitement. Well, I got a whole pile of things. Lots of new weapons, lots of materials, a lot of ectoplasm, which I think I'm gonna need a lot of, because there's a lot of new stuff, like I said, that I can make out of that stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna throw all the materials and whatnot in my inventory. I'm gonna craft everything associated with them if I can, and then talk about all the cool new stuff afterwards. So I'll see you then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I got it all. Is this enough equipment for you? Oh my god. Some of the stuff is made out of the materials from the dungeon, some weapons are from the dungeon, some are upgrades of old weapons using ectoplasm and whatnot, but my god. Okay, so where do we begin? Let's do the Reaper stuff first. This is the Fell equipment right here. Like I said, this is sort of a more defensive, general, sort of neutral damage dealing set. We got a lot of bonus max HP from this, brings me up to 540 without having all the life fruits that I need, but you know what, we'll get around to that eventually. The set bonus is double tap down to release a barrage of bolts from the cursor 5 times. Attacks inflict Fell brand. So there you go, look at that. Oh, the Fell bolts. Oh yeah, and it looks like they home in on enemies as well. That's pretty good. I like that sort of tanky set, deals a good bit of damage as well. I don't know what Fell brand is. Let's go find a thing to shoot. There we go. I guess it's like Cursed Flames, but it deals even more damage over time. Very quickly, it looks like, so that's kind of cool. Okay, and the bow, Marrow Rend, occasionally shoots out spurts of Cursed Flames. There we go, look at that. Sort of channeling my inner spasmatism right here. Shooting out blobs of fire at him, love it. And Apocalypse, which is the consumable ranged weapon. There we go, looks like it infinitely penetrates. I guess it's kind of a knife, I guess, or a dagger. Next, we have the Wither Stuff. This is the, I guess, predominantly damage-dealing one, the less defensive one, more offensive one. The set bonus is a massive wither energy follows you, attacking nearby enemies. So I guess I get this little thing up here, this little red sparkly that kind of shoots at everything very slowly. The bow is Wither Maw, shoots out powerful nightmare shards along with arrows. There we go, a little bit of penetration. They just look like regular arrows, I guess, except they inflict, I guess, whatever that damage over time effect is, and they're red, which is awesome, I suppose. And we got a summon, which is yet again another mob from World of Warcraft. I forget what the name of that thing is, but it is something else from that game. And this thing does a lot. The Terrafiend summons homing Wither Bolts. Wither Bolts may inflict wither and steal life. Additional summons receive a significant buff to their damage and knockback, signified by a nightmare eye that appears above the player. Direct hits on enemies with the Terrafiend may cause enemies to erupt into nightmare explosions. Oh yeah, I wish I could sick this guy on the target dummy. It's a shame. Look at the way that staff looks. That is pretty cool. I love that. Like, withered wood and leaves and crystals, I guess, spikes, all that good stuff. Where is an enemy for me to test you on? There he goes. He's just wiping him out. There's something. Something rained down, I guess. And then moving on to the Quicksilver set, which is something that is made out of Quicksilver shards, which are crafted from all these materials: spirit ore, ancient runes, ethereal embers, and ectoplasm. I can make a bow, a wand, blade, slicer, and blade wings, which I also have on. We'll talk about those after the armor. So the armor itself increases range damage and critical strike, but it also seems like it's like a total hybrid set between melee, ranger, and summoner. because some of these things increase my range damage, my melee speed, number of minions I can summon, life regen, reduce mana usage, allows for the detection of ores, and greatly increases my movement speed. It is quite a set. I'm not sure if that's an upgrade for the Shroom set, but yeah, that's definitely something to think about. And the set bonus is 12% increased damage, and then double tap down to cause your cursor to release multiple damaging quicksilver droplets. If these droplets hit foes, they will regenerate some of the player's life. So let's see what that looks like. There we go. Get a little bit of an explosive spark that sort of just kind of bounces around on the ground. And I also got a bunny banner, because I am a terrible monster. And the bow is the Quicksilver Bow, shoots 2 Quicksilver arrows, which release bouncing Quicksilver globs upon hitting a foe. I guess those are Quicksilver globs. Looks like it penetrates. That's pretty good. I don't know if those heal me as well, but that's something. Okay, moving on to the weapon section here, even more weapons. We've got some summons, the Ruthless Dungeon Soul Staff, which is made out of spirit bars and ectoplasm. I guess I got to, well, maybe I don't. Maybe I can summon them both at the same time. It's probably because I have the Quicksilver set on, but there's a little ghost, latches onto my foes. Oh, there's a couple of them over there. Actually, it looks like I have a lot of them. How many of these guys can I summon? 4 of them. Okay, so I guess I am like the ultimate hybrid right now with this Quicksilver set on. I love it. Actually, I might consider using it because it's a decent bit of armor and all the effects are pretty fantastic. But yeah, I got lots of ghosts following me around. The other one is the Core Controller, which summons that Molten Tank. It's made out of those thermal bars. Looks like I can just summon one. I don't know if it acts as a sentry or what, but that's pretty cool. I have a little mini tank to follow me around now. Next on the list are some more bows. We got the Hero's Bow, which is made out of 8 ectoplasm, 10 outer bark, and 10 old leather, and 8 spirit bars. Relatively cheap crafting materials. And what this thing does is it says wooden arrows are infused with the elements. Fire arrows inflict multiple different burns, ice arrows freeze and frostburn, and light arrows have a 2% chance to instantly kill. So there we go. It shoots out, I guess it cycles through. I don't see any light arrows yet. Oh, there was one. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It's a lot of effects on that thing. Might end up using that one. Next is the Quasar, which is an upgrade for the night sky. Takes that and some ectoplasm. Wooden arrows turn into powerful homing souls. So yeah, there we go. I can shoot all these things out and they home in on enemies, I guess. I guess that tank back there is a sentry because he's not following me. There we go. As you can see, homes right in on all the bad guys. Pretty nice. The next we have is another gun, the Thermal Blaster, which is also crafted out of those thermal bars. Oh, there we go. I guess this thing is like a sort of pistol flamethrower. I like that. Shoots out blobs of fire. I don't know how good that'll be, but I have a lot of different ways to light things on fire again. And then the final thing to talk about is the Sword Splosion. I'm pretty sure this is a Borderlands reference. Projectiles fired count both as melee and ranged projectiles. So there you go. It's kind of not very accurate when you're trying to shoot at something directly across from you. Pretty good up on platforms, though. They do not travel through walls, and they do not explode, but they do shoot out lots of swords, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I think that's a Borderlands reference, because I remember something like that from Borderlands 2, one of the DLCs. Not sure which one, but I do remember that. It's a familiar name to me. Oh, and of course we can't forget the Blade Wings. It seems to originate from a metallic organism of unknown origin. Grants flight and slow fall, and it leaves behind a trail of quicksilver that homes in on foes. So as I'm flying around here, here's what they look like. Kind of cool, red and silver there. Don't know if that's a reference to something or not, but there you go. They home in on enemies, which makes them infinitely more useful, I guess, than the Nether Wings. I'm not sure if it increases my flight anymore, though. Looks like they're about the same. All right, well, we'll hold on to those. My God, there is a lot of stuff. There are so many different armors to choose from. It seems like it's just kind of throwing massive amounts of equipment at me, and I don't know how to deal with it. I'm sure I probably missed some stuff as well, because there was a lot of stuff to look at. But there you go. Whole bunch of new armors to choose from, whole bunch of new weapons, whole bunch of accessories and summons, and just a whole bunch of things. My God, the Golem is probably shaking in his boots over there. And we still have the Pumpkin and the Frost Moon to go over. I think there is something new with the Pumpkin Moon, but that is definitely going to be something for the next episode, because I do believe that this one has been going on for long enough. So, I think I'm going to call it an episode here, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. I really appreciate it. And as always, whatever it is, wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.